Have you ever checked your bank account the moment your paycheck hits? Felt that tiny wave of relief, and then, almost immediately, felt stressed again? Because the number looks bigger for, like, a moment. And then it's smaller. And you didn't even buy anything. Rent's scheduled. Bills are pending. Subscriptions are waiting in the background. You didn't spend the money. It just passed through. And if you're honest, it feels like your paycheck never really belonged to you in the first place. If you've ever thought, I make money, so why does it still feel like I'm behind? Yeah, that's literally most people. My name is CapitalIQ, and I spend way too much time thinking about how money actually moves through the financial system. If you're someone who feels like your paycheck disappears before you can use it, make sure to hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if this helps you out. Because today we are talking about a kind of money that almost no one explains. Money that technically exists, but only for a few seconds. And once you see it, a lot of your financial stress is going to make way more sense. Here's the thing. Most financial advice starts with a bad assumption. The assumption is that when you get paid, the money becomes yours, and then you decide what to do with it. That sounds reasonable. That's the story we are told. But in reality, by the time your paycheck hits your account, that money already has instructions. It already has destinations. It already has owners. Just not you. And when people say, I make decent money, but I still feel broke, this is usually why. Not because they're irresponsible. Not because they're bad with money. But because a big chunk of their income exists for such a short window of time that it is basically invisible. Modern money isn't like cash. It's more like a message. A signal. And that signal usually says, move immediately. Let me make this concrete. Say you get paid $3,000 a month. On paper, that sounds fine. But here's what actually happens for a lot of people: rent, $1,200, student loans, $350, car payment, $400, credit cards, $250, utilities and subscriptions, $300, that is $2,500 gone. Often within hours. Sometimes within minutes. According to the Federal Reserve, most electronic payments in the US are pre-scheduled and batch processed, meaning deposits and withdrawals are often crossing paths at the same time. Your bank account isn't holding money. It's routing it. Your account is a hallway, not a home. Psychologically, your brain still counts that $3,000 as income. You feel like you earned it, but you only experience maybe $500. And that gap between what you earn and what you actually control is brutal. Behavioral economists call this illusory income. Money you technically earn, but never experience as usable. Studies from the National Bureau of Economic Research show that people routinely overestimate their available income by 20 to 30% because they mentally include money that's already committed. That's why budgeting feels broken. It's not that the math doesn't work. It's that the money disappears too fast for your brain to process it. Now, you might be thinking, okay, but isn't this just adult life? Bills, responsibilities, whatever. Yes, but also, no. This system didn't happen by accident. Automatic payments, instant withdrawals, invisible transfers, they exist because they're incredibly efficient for institutions. From a banker's perspective, auto-pay reduces missed payments. Faster clearing improves liquidity. Predictable cash flow lowers risk. From your perspective, it removes friction. And friction, while annoying, is actually one of the few things that protects your money. When spending is invisible, it's painless. And painless spending is the most dangerous kind. Look, you're not bad with money. You're living inside a system that values speed over clarity. And once you see that, you can start designing your finances for humans, not algorithms. Slow your money down. Let it breathe. Let yourself actually experience it. Because money that exists long enough to be noticed is money you can finally use. If this video changed how you think about your paycheck, hit subscribe, give it a thumbs up, and watch the next video, because this system goes way deeper than most people ever realize.